Hey there, folks. We all have more stress these days, and I'm going to show you what actually happens in the body and show you things you can do to manage it. We're about to dive deep into the fascinating world of our bodies under stress. Think of it like an orchestra playing a powerful symphony, but instead of instruments, we have hormones. These hormones, called catecholamines, are the key players in our stress response. They're the ones that get our hearts racing, our breath quickening, and our minds laser-focused when we face a challenge. Now, you might be wondering, why should we care about these chemical messengers? Well, understanding how catecholamines work is crucial for understanding how our bodies handle stress. And let's be real, in today's fast-paced world, who couldn't use a little help managing stress? So buckle up, because we're going on a journey to explore the incredible world of catecholamines and learn how to keep our internal orchestra in perfect harmony. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover the secrets of these powerful chemicals and how they shape our physical and mental well-being. Let's meet the stars of our show, the catecholamines. These mighty molecules are hormones, chemical messengers that travel through our bloodstream. The three main catecholamines are dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine, which you might know better as adrenaline. Think of them like a team of superheroes, each with their own special powers. Dopamine is the motivation molecule, norepinephrine is the alertness messenger, and finally, epinephrine, the adrenaline rush. Why should I care about these catecholamines? These tiny molecules have a huge impact on our health and well-being. They're responsible for our body's fight or flight response. Catecholamines flood our system, preparing us to confront danger or escape. This causes our heart rate and blood pressure to increase, our breathing to become faster, and our muscles to tense up. Our senses become sharper. All of this happens instantly, giving us energy and focus. Chronic stress keeps catecholamine levels elevated. This can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, anxiety, and depression. Managing catecholamine levels is crucial for health. Picture this: two tiny triangular-shaped organs perched right above your kidneys, working tirelessly behind the scenes. These are your adrenal glands, the unsung heroes of your endocrine system, responsible for producing a cocktail of hormones, including our stars of the show, the catecholamines. Don't let their small size fool you. These powerhouses play a crucial role in keeping our bodies in balance. The adrenal glands are like two-part factories, each with an outer layer called the adrenal cortex and an inner core known as the adrenal medulla. The cortex churns out essential hormones like cortisol, which regulates our metabolism and stress response. But it's the medulla, the inner sanctum, where the catecholamine magic happens. Here, specialized cells called chromaffin cells act like skilled alchemists, transforming basic building blocks into powerful chemical messengers. Section 2. The catecholamine cascade from tyrosine to action. The production of catecholamines is a fascinating multi-step process, a bit like a relay race where each runner passes the baton to the next. It all starts with an amino acid called tyrosine, a readily available building block found in protein-rich foods. Tyrosine is like the raw material that enters the adrenal medulla, ready to be molded into something extraordinary. The first enzyme in the cascade, tyrosine hydroxylase, acts like a sculptor, transforming tyrosine into a compound called L-dopa. L-dopa is then passed on to the next enzyme in line, dopa decarboxylase, which removes a carbon dioxide molecule, converting it into dopamine. Now, dopamine itself is a powerful neurotransmitter playing a crucial role in motivation, reward, and movement. But the journey doesn't end there. Within the chromaffin cells, dopamine can be further transformed into norepinephrine and epinephrine, thanks to the tireless work of other enzymes. Section 3. Dopamine, the motivation molecule. Let's take a closer look at dopamine, often dubbed the motivation molecule or the feel-good hormone. This neurotransmitter plays a crucial role in our brain's reward pathway, giving us that sense of pleasure and satisfaction when we achieve a goal, eat delicious food, or experience something enjoyable. But dopamine's role extends far beyond pleasure-seeking. It's also a key player in motivation, focus, and attention. Think about that feeling you get when you're working on a challenging project and you finally figure out the solution. That surge of satisfaction, that drive to keep going, that's dopamine at work. It's the driving force that pushes us to learn, to grow, and to strive for something better. Dopamine also plays a crucial role in regulating movement and coordination. In fact, Parkinson's disease, a neurological disorder characterized by tremors and difficulty with movement, is caused by a loss of dopamine-producing cells in the brain. Section 4, Norepinephrine and Epinephrine, the alertness and action duo. Norepinephrine and epinephrine kick our bodies into high gear when we face a challenge. Norepinephrine acts as a neurotransmitter and a hormone, keeping us alert. It increases heart rate and blood pressure, sharpening our senses. Epinephrine or adrenaline takes over for immediate action. It helps us run faster, jump higher, and react quicker. Epinephrine triggers increased heart rate, dilated airways, and energy release. Okay, folks, imagine this. You're walking down a quiet street, lost in thought, when suddenly a dog barks ferociously from behind a fence. What happens next? Your heart starts pounding, your breath catches in your throat, you might even feel a little lightheaded. That, my friends, is the symphony of stress, conducted by our old pals, the catecholamines. Remember that fight-or-flight response we talked about? This is it in action. As soon as your brain perceives the barking dog as a potential threat, it sends an SOS signal to the adrenal glands. In a flash, these tiny powerhouses release a surge of catecholamines into your bloodstream. Epinephrine, the adrenaline junkie, takes center stage, boosting your heart rate and blood pressure, sending blood rushing to your muscles and preparing you for action. Norepinephrine, the ever-alert guard, sharpens your senses, making you hyper-aware of your surroundings. Now let's break down the physical effects of this catecholamine surge. Your heart, suddenly working overtime, pumps blood faster, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, priming them for action. Your breathing becomes rapid and shallow, allowing your lungs to take in more oxygen with each breath. Blood vessels in your muscles dilate, allowing for greater blood flow, while blood vessels in your skin and digestive system constrict, diverting blood to where it's needed most. You might notice your palms getting sweaty, your mouth going dry, and your pupils dilating. These seemingly small changes are all part of your body's elaborate response to stress, orchestrated by the catecholamines. Your body is essentially saying, hold on, something big is happening, we need to be ready to fight or flee. Now, here's the catch. While this stress response is incredibly useful in short bursts, helping us deal with immediate threats, chronic stress can throw our bodies into a state of constant alert. Imagine that orchestra playing at full volume day in and day out with no rest for the musicians. Eventually, they'll get exhausted, their instruments will wear out, and the music will become distorted and unpleasant. Similarly, when we're constantly stressed, our catecholamine levels remain elevated for prolonged periods, putting a strain on our bodies. This can lead to a whole host of health problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, anxiety, depression, insomnia, and even weight gain. Our bodies are simply not designed to handle this constant state of high alert. It's like driving a car with the gas pedal constantly floored. Eventually, something's got to give. Section 4, good stress versus bad stress, finding the right tempo. Now, before you swear off stress altogether, it's important to remember that not all stress is bad. In fact, a little bit of stress can be a good thing. It's what motivates us to meet deadlines, perform well in challenging situations, and push ourselves to grow. This type of stress, known as eustress, is typically short-lived and doesn't have any long-term negative effects on our health. Think of it like a conductor pushing the orchestra to play a little louder, a little faster, to create a truly breathtaking crescendo. The key is to find a healthy balance between stress and relaxation to create a harmonious rhythm for our bodies and minds. In the next part, we'll explore some practical strategies for managing stress and keeping our catecholamine levels in check. Taming the stress response lifestyle strategies. Let's get practical. Manage stress levels to keep our bodies humming smoothly. The first line of defense, lifestyle changes, get enough sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Manage your time effectively. Break down large tasks and prioritize. Learn to say no to additional commitments. Incorporate activities you enjoy to buffer stress. Section 2. Nourishing your nervous system. The power of diet. Now let's talk about fueling our bodies to handle stress effectively. Just like a car needs the right fuel to run smoothly, our nervous system relies on a steady supply of nutrients to function optimally. A diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods can provide the building blocks our bodies need to produce those mood-boosting neurotransmitters and keep stress hormones in check. Start by loading up on fruits and vegetables. These nutritional powerhouses are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that help protect our cells from the damaging effects of stress. Some B vitamins help break down catecholamines. Your doctor might suggest that you supplement your diet with a B complex. Incorporate lean proteins, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates to provide sustained energy throughout the day, preventing those energy crashes that can leave you feeling drained and irritable. And remember those adrenal glands working tirelessly behind the scenes? Support their hard work by limiting your intake of caffeine, alcohol, and processed foods, which can disrupt hormone balance and exacerbate stress. Section 3. Moving your body, calming your mind. Exercise and stress reduction. All right, let's get physical. Exercise isn't just about building muscles and burning calories, it's a powerful stress buster that can work wonders for both our physical and mental health. When we engage in physical activity, our brains release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. Regular exercise can also help lower our resting heart rate and blood pressure, making us more resilient to stress. Find an activity you enjoy, whether it's brisk walking, dancing, swimming, or hitting the gym, and aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. And hey, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Even short bursts of activity throughout the day, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator or going for a quick walk during your lunch break, can make a difference. Section 4. Finding your inner Zen, mindfulness, and relaxation techniques. Now let's shift gears from the physical to the mental. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques are powerful antidotes to modern life's hustle and bustle. Meditation reduces stress, improves sleep, and promotes peace. Deep breathing calms the nervous system. Progressive muscle relaxation releases physical tension. Simple relaxation techniques like a warm bath or calming music are effective. Spending time in nature helps too. The catecholamine connection, a recap. So there you have it, folks. We've journeyed deep into the fascinating world of catecholamines, those powerful chemical messengers that orchestrate our body's response to stress. We've seen how these tiny molecules produced in the adrenal glands can trigger a cascade of physiological changes, preparing us to either fight or flee from danger. We've explored the roles of dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine, each with their unique effects on our motivation, alertness, and energy levels. Remember that feeling of exhilaration when you barely avoid a near miss? That's the power of catecholamines in action, giving you that extra boost to react quickly and decisively. But we've also learned that chronic stress can keep these catecholamines pumping, leading to a state of constant alert that takes a toll on our physical and mental health. From high blood pressure and heart disease to anxiety, depression, and insomnia, the consequences of unmanaged stress can be far-reaching. Stress management, a lifelong journey. The good news is that we're not at the mercy of our stress hormones. By understanding how catecholamines work, we can develop strategies to manage stress effectively and keep our bodies in balance. Remember, stress management is not a one-time fix, but rather a lifelong journey of self-discovery and adaptation. It's about finding what works best for you and making small, sustainable changes to your daily routine. Think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't expect to run 26.2 miles without proper preparation and training. Similarly, managing stress requires a proactive approach, building resilience and coping mechanisms over time. Empowering yourself, taking control of your stress. The tools we've discussed today, from lifestyle changes and dietary adjustments to exercise, mindfulness practices, and relaxation techniques, are all valuable resources in your stress management toolkit. Experiment with different approaches and see what resonates with you. Maybe it's incorporating daily meditation into your morning routine, prioritizing quality sleep, or finding an exercise you truly enjoy. Remember, you have the power to take control of your stress response and create a more balanced and fulfilling life. Don't be afraid to seek support from healthcare professionals, therapists, or support groups if you're feeling overwhelmed. There's no shame in asking for help, and it can make a world of difference in your journey towards greater well-being. Tuning your inner orchestra, the harmony of health. As we conclude our exploration of catecholamines and stress, let's remember that our bodies are incredibly complex and interconnected systems. Like a finely tuned orchestra, each part plays a crucial role in creating a harmonious symphony of health. By understanding how our bodies respond to stress, making conscious choices to manage that stress effectively, and prioritizing our overall well-being, we can empower ourselves to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives. So take a deep breath, listen to your body, and start tuning your inner orchestra today. Your health and well-being are worth it.